So, welcome to Tai Chi with Veterans Only with Jessica. Again, welcome again, Mike. And of course, this class is being brought to you and to everyone by the Tai Chi and Yoga for Veterans program. And of course, that program is amazing because it provides all kinds of free, wonderful, incredibly health-enhancing classes to our nation's military heroes. This is obviously not your first time here, Mike. But for those of you who might be watching this show in the future, I have great news for any of you newbies out there. There is nothing to learn or get right in these classes. All you have to do is show up and follow along and go with the flow, which I like to think of as an acronym, following love over worry, and everything is fine. And what that really means is if I move this body part and you move that body part, or maybe your foot, it doesn't matter. And frankly, I don't care because there's no such thing as bad Tai Chi. And the Tai Chi police will never come and take you away. I make mistakes all the time and I'm still here to tell the tale. So. And of course, I did mention earlier, this program is being recorded. They always are. And it's mostly so our fearless leader, David Dorian Ross, the CEO of Tai Chi Fit, and his first in command, Marcus Carbo, can just sort of watch you guys having a good time following along. But if you have any problems at all, you can always turn your camera off. I will be pretty much filling up the screen on the film, so you'll be almost invisible anyway. And a little disclaimer, of course, although I'm a certified Tai Chi for Veterans instructor, I'm also an accredited Tai Chi instructor, and I also have a torn right upper bicep attachment and labrum. So we're going to do a little Tai Chi today, which may look just like any other style of Tai Chi you've ever practiced before, but with a little extra added bonus of a few mindfulness moments built right in between the movements and into some of the actual movements as well. Double prizes. So that's all I have to say before we just sort of get up and do our thing. And oh, hello, Liz. How are you? I'm glad to see you.
In the door.
At least we know the back door works.
Yes, that's great. I'm gonna make myself quiet now.
Oh my gosh. I turned off the doorbell too, and I turned off the waiting room. I can't stand them. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and put the music on. And the best way for me to do that actually will be to turn down my volume on this end. But let's just do a sound check real quick. Make sure you can hear it and me. Hang on one sec. Wait a minute. Here comes the music. Is it playing? Wait. Now I got to share my screen. Bear with me. Okay, can you hear music and me too? Give me the thumbs up or the thumbs down. We're good? Good, okay, awesome. All right, good, and I'm gonna mute, Mike, I'm gonna mute you. Just so that I fill up the screen the whole time when I'm here. And I'm gonna spotlight myself, but unmute yourselves if you have any questions. Okay, it's really important. I don't ever want you to feel like you got a muzzle on. Okay. All right. So move my chair because I'm just suspecting you all want to do this standing today. Right, Liz was here. Okay. All right. Oh, camera wonkiness. Hang on. Fix that. There we go. All right. So. Begin to feel the body, perhaps in ways that you rarely feel it. Begin to notice the sensations. All the stuff swirling around in there, even when the outside of your body is motionless. All kinds of good stuff. Blood, breath, thoughts like a river. The body's inherently a very safe place to be. If my feet were my hands and I could show them to you easily, you'd see they're sort of in a V shape. So find the V shape that works for you. Even this is okay. If this is your V shape, that's fine with me. And let your knees be soft. So rather than locked in the back, like most people stand when they are standing, just let them be soft. Yeah, good. And then just lift the fingertips. It's almost like you're resting your palms on an invisible countertop. There's a little softness in your elbows in order to do that easily. All right. Now we want to step out with this leg. So the easiest way to do that is to put a little extra weight in this guy and then step out. And then turning the toes a little bit forward. And then allowing the weight to drift backwards. And the easiest way to do that is lengthen the knees and put the hands back there. Yes, here we go. Let's flow. We're going to sway in the breeze. Like willow trees. I guess I'm a poet and I didn't know it. Letting the whole body kind of follow along behind the weight shift, which is like the leader of the parade here. And the easiest way to really end the weight shift and kind of sock it home on either end is just lengthening the knees right there. And right there. It even causes your heels to peel themselves off the floor. And then the toes. Hello, Michael.
Oh, sorry.
No problem. I'm sorry for your difficulties. It wasn't your fault.
Probably was.
The inadequacies of the software. But I don't think I said to you in the beginning, I should say it now. Remember, the best way to do Tai Chi is with the effort of no effort at all. So even though it may appear that I am lifting my toes and then my heels, I assure you I am not. It's simply part of the weight shift. Nice. Wonderful. I'm going to face you. Let's do 3 more. And on this last one, we want to head back the direction we came from. So I would just sort of turn my toe out. And then when I move forward, I can kind of move that direction too. Just for a moment, feel your body at rest. Just notice the sensations of your feet touching the floor. And then just let your hands drift down, almost like there's a magnet between the heels of your hands and they're drawing together there. Now just let your weight sink and rise. I'll show you from the side. Let your weight just kind of drift into the balls of the feet and then back to the whole of the feet. Now we're going to draw a little circle in the air with the fingertips right here and flow back together. This movement is called bird flaps its wings. This This is the teeny weeniest little bird you've ever seen, smaller than a sparrow. He's a teeny weeny little wings. They just go flip. And then just with 2 little wing feathers, draw the circle in the air. And then flow back to stillness for just a moment. Now begin again. Nice. Here comes the circle. And then just flow back to the soles of your feet. Any way that's easiest for you is the best way. Feeling your body at rest for just a moment. All right. Now we're all going to sink down a little lower and shift this direction. So we're going to sink and shift. It's almost like we're corkscrewing down into the ground a little bit. And when this leg is totally full of all your weight, this guy's probably so empty you can just extend the knee with no work, right? Hands at the back of a big platter that's magically right in front of your heart center. And here we go. We're going to let the hands circle around the platter. In fact, this movement is called around the platter. No surprise there. Feel that front leg filling up with weight and then returning to the back. It's like you're pouring water from one glass into another and then back. Nice. That is beautiful. Let's do one more. And then just stand up on that rear leg. It kind of pulls everything together. And we're just going to float back down to rest for just a moment. Now let's sink down. We're going the other way now. Sink and shift. Extending the empty leg. Hands up to the back of the platter, and here we go. Nice. So nice flowing with you guys today. This is a treat. Beautiful. Let the circularity of your hands kind of inform your weight shift. Let it be circular too. Really circuitous. Let's do one more. We're just going to rise and float down. Feeling the body lightly touching down. And then we'll begin again. Let's go down and over. And extend the leg. Hands back up to the back of the heart center. And here we go, moving, but oh, there's a little variation right there. And then it's gone. It's like the fingers lift and suddenly there's a ball between them. And then it's gone. And you're probably not surprised to note that this movement is called around the platter variation. This is rocket science, folks. Yeah. Beautiful. Let's do one more. And then floating back down to rest. The stillness, which really isn't still. Boy, there's so much going on inside the body, even when you're not moving on the outside. Let's do the other side, though. Down we go, over we go, extending the empty leg, and here we go. easiest way is always the best way. So if somehow this weight shift seems confusing, just imagine that you're standing in water up to maybe about your hands, and the current is moving you for you. Forward and back. Let's do one more. Nice. Floating up and floating down to the soles of the feet. Let's do bass drum. We're going to sink down. We're going to shift over. Empty leg extends and the hands face each other now. The fingertips are on either side of that old high school marching band bass drum. Here we go. Here, I'll turn sideways. You know, I always try to mirror when I'm facing the camera, but when I face away, I don't mirror. So you don't need to switch your feet if you turn. I just did that for you because I like you. Nice. Notice how all these movements have circles. All we do in Tai Chi is draw circles. You know why? Because it's like one of the 2 or 3 main governing principles of the universe, circularity. This is our last one. Nice. Let's do the other side now. Sinking down and into the other leg. So when you extend the leg that's empty, even if you get your lefts and rights confused, it doesn't matter. And here we go. Another thing we're always doing in Tai Chi is following along with the really important governing principle of the universe called expansion-contraction. Everything in the whole universe is in constant flux between expanding and contracting. Look at all the body parts that are expanding here and contracting. We're going to do one more. Just standing up on the rear leg and floating back down. Feeling the feet touching the floor. Awesome. Let's do daughter on the mountaintop. Okay, let's sink down, shift over, extending the empty leg. Just let the palms float down and turn over. Here we go. If you want to climb a mountain, you have to start at the base. So here we go. Nice. One of these days, I'm going to show you a picture of a set of mountains in China that a friend of mine is from a particular province in China. And the mountains are so unusually shaped, and they look just like the shape you're making with your hands in Daughter on the Mountaintop. Let's do one more. Rising and falling. Sinking and rising again. Other side. I'm doing less repetitions today, so maybe we can do more movements. Nice. Just drawing circles here. You can see my fingertips drawing 2 overlapping circles in the air. Nice. Beautiful. Let's do one more. Soles of the feet. Now let's do Daughter in the Valley, sort of the non-identical sister twin of the movement we just did, okay? Sink down, shift over, extending the empty leg. The hands rise a little bit. If you want to walk down in the valley, you got to start at the top. Here we go. Nice. Let me turn sideways for you. Ooh, synchronicity. There's another governing principle of the universe. Look how the whole body responds to this weight shift. Nice. As we glide forward, the Dantian, that energetic heart down here, expands. It sends the hands away from it. You see it? One more. Nice. Let's not neglect the other side. Here we go. Oops. I mirrored wrong. See, no Tai Chi police. I'm still here. Here we go. Here's another governing principle of the universe that's always obvious in Tai Chi: softness. We move so slowly, we don't make splashes. But think about it for a minute. Softness wins over hardness every time. Water wears down rock every single time. The softness of time usually makes a lot of changes, right? Let's do one more. Soles of the feet, feeling body at rest. Be like softness, be like water. Let the softness really sneak into all the nooks and crannies of your life, okay? All right, we just did circles like this, up the middle and out around the side, right? So now let's draw circles with our hands together, okay? It's gonna be like wax on, wax off with the hands together. All right, I'm gonna step a little bit to my right so I don't run out of space. Let's all sink down. Let's shift over, but let the upper body turn this time. You can tell that I turned because my white shirt started to disappear a little bit. Feel this shoulder, how it went back. So just put the back hand up. It's like I'm waving high. Put the other hand in front of it. It's like suddenly I have a ball again. Same ball we had around the platter variation. Okay. Now this leg probably feels completely empty. So just let it sneak out to the side. Now we're going to shift that way and it's going to carry the hands along for the ride. Here we go. We're just drawing circles. And this time we're going to do this movement the traditional way because you all are familiar with it. So on this third rotation, we're just going to stand up on the leg that was already filling up and then float down to rest for a moment. And then we're going to begin again. This movement is called carry the ball to the side. It should be called carry the ball to the side and back again. Don't you think? And just stand up on the leg you were already headed towards and float down. There's that moment of mindfulness built right in. And then begin again. Yes. And I apologize if any of you are walking off your own, out of the vision of your own camera there. We'll come back, I promise. Just stand up on the leg you were headed towards. Float down for a moment. Feel the body at rest. And then we begin going back the other way. So sink, shift, turn. Up go the hands. Out goes the empty leg. Yes. Nice. Let the turning torso move your hands for you most of the time, right here. And floating. Nice. The torso does everything with the hands, actually. You're going to corkscrew down, but it's going to wind up. It's going to put your hands where they ought to be. Here we go. Corkscrew down, and the upper body winds up. Like a double spiral there. Let the empty leg sneak away from the body. And here we go. As you turn towards the empty leg, it pulls the arms along. Nice. And as you stand up on that filling up leg, everything rises. As you sink down, everything sinks. Right. Let's do it again. Last time. Nice. Rising and falling. Nice. Beautiful. Really beautiful. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do passing clouds while we're over here. I won't even move. We're going to just kind of mess it all up. Okay, it's going to be fun. Sink down, shift over, turn that direction. Let it send the hand up like you're high-fiving over here. Okay? All right, let your empty leg sneak away from the body. All right, as we start shifting that way, we're just going to leave this guy at rest. Let the weight shift pull this hand along. Here we go. Ah. Nice. Feel the weight shift. Sort of dredging your fingers through the chi down here. It's almost like chocolate syrup. And lick them on the way back. Here we go. Dredging it through. And licking your fingers on the way back. Let's do one more. We're breaking it down, then we're going to put it together. All right, now copy me. This guy's going to stay here. We're going into the other leg. Yeah. Let's go back the other way. Feel the turning of the body, sweeping the arm across the energy in the bottom there. Just feel that. Nice. We're going to do one more. Good. And guess what? This time when we sweep, and now go back the other way, the other hand comes in. Easy. There's DDR says, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Nice. You feel how the body actually moves the hands across the torso here, right here. You feel that? And here. The weight shift, the waist turn are moving the hands for you. If you let it. You know what? I think I'm going too fast. I'm going to slow down. Let's see if this is easier for you. Beautiful. Oh, that's so pretty. My friend Joe has like a 6th-degree black belt in 3 different styles of martial arts. He owns a martial arts studio, School of Self-Defense. He always says, if you can't go slow, you don't know. Nice. Now always think slowing down the Tai Chi always makes it easier to understand. Beautiful. Let's do one more set. And we're going to end by moving back towards what's probably your left. A little anomaly about this movement. It starts with a weight shift to a different direction than we do with all the others. Just feel the body at rest. Settling, settling. Feel rooted. Feet on the earth. Nice. Okay, we're going to switch gears into a different movement, but has the same principle of letting the weight shift and the waist turn move your hands for you, okay? All right. It may feel like we're really making a big switch here, but you're going to see it and feel it when we get to it, okay? I'm going to turn slightly away from the camera because I don't want to hit the wall. Okay, let's all shift down. Good. Shift into one leg. I'm going to shift into my right, but if you don't, it doesn't matter, okay? Shift into one leg. Extend the leg that's empty. I'm extending my left, but if you don't, it doesn't matter. The leg that's empty, that's the hand that goes up to about your shoulder. The other hand faces the sky, okay? We're going to flow forward into that empty leg. Of course, you probably already guessed that. And this hand will go forward too. But the waist is going to turn a little bit, and you can already see what happens to this elbow when I turn my waist a little bit. The elbow goes behind me a little bit. So that's going to carry this hand back. Okay? So let's just try it. And if your arms and legs get confused, look, the VA paid your penny, so have a good time on the ride. All right? Here we go. Nice. Feel the weight shift, sending the hands forward and back. But even more importantly, feel the waist turn, enabling you to get your hand up in the back without any work at all in your shoulder. And I know this for a fact because I have a really messed up shoulder, and theoretically, I should not be able to do this movement without pain. But not only does this not hurt when I do it, it actually makes my pain diminish. I'm using this as a treatment for my torn right bicep and labrum right now. Nice. You feel how the shifting, moving body is actually moving the hands from here to here, and then you just change positions. We're going to do one more. And then you're going to flow back to the soles of your feet any way that's easiest for you. Easiest is best. And we're going to do the other side. So whichever leg you sunk into last time, we're going to sink into the other. And extend the leg that wasn't extended last time. And that's the hand that's going to go up. And the other hand will face the sky. And here we go. Nice. Wonderful. Now, I admit I'm really not a great counter. In this particular Tai Chi style, we generally do 9 of everything, but it's okay if you do less. It's a good idea if you do the same number on both sides. So we're going to call this number 9 because I think we did 9 on the other side. Feeling the body at rest. Okay, we have time to play around with 2 more things. Since you guys got really good at letting the turning of the waist and the weight shift move your arms around for you, we're going to do pulling taffy and probably even perpetual motion taffy. You're going to see how easy this is. So let's do it one hand at a time first. In fact, just let your hands hang down. Make sure you really feel your weight evenly distributed across the soles of both your feet. Okay, because we're going to sink down, we're going to shift over, and we're going to turn the body again that direction. Now notice what happened with this shoulder. When you sank into this leg, the opposite shoulder came forward. You see that? Feel it, I should say. Now this shoulder is sending a signal down this arm. It's telling it where to go. Just place it across your belly. Yep. Good. It's like I have a tray of cookies right here. And I don't want any of the cookies to slide off the front or the back. So I don't want to have it up here, and I don't want to have it down here. I just have it right here, about belly button level. This leg is probably completely empty. So let it just sneak away from the body. And as we shift that direction, we're going to just sort of pass the tray of cookies over here. Yeah. And since we're already headed this way, we're just going to stand up on this leg and then sink back down again. That's good. Let's go back the other way. We can even just let the hands hang. You'll know which arm goes across the belly because you'll turn. Here we go. Bingo. Good job. Here we go. Would you like a chocolate chip? Let's do it again with one arm. It's also kind of like throwing a frisbee. If I want to throw the frisbee that way, I have to wind up the other way. Here we go. Nice. I don't know if you have frisbees in the UK, Michael.
Yes.
Do you call them discs or do you call them frisbees?
Yeah.
I love frisbees. I went to college in the early 80s and the frisbee golf was sort of coming into vogue. So I love frisbees. Here we go. I guess I lied. See, no Tai Chi police. I'm still here. Remember I said we were only going to do one more set, and here, this is the second one more set we're doing. Nice. All right, so now we're going to go into the same movement pattern, only we're going to do it perpetually. Okay? There's not going to be a standing and a stopping. Okay? But we're just going to do it one hand at a time. So just copy me. If you get your arms and legs confused, so what? The only difference is you turn so far away from that emptying out leg that the heel actually leaves the floor, and then just put it right back down again. Nice. This movement, once we put it all together, we're going to call it perpetual motion taffy. What I really love about it is that it really informs your ability to completely, utterly empty one leg and fill up the other. Because I want you to notice this leg empties to such a degree that the heel actually peels itself off the floor. And now your other leg does the same thing. And you can probably tell from this movement that this particular style of Tai Chi has a lot more in common with Qigong than some styles of Tai Chi, because this is a very well-known Qigong movement right here, or a version of it. Nice. Let the turning body move your arm across your body for you. We're going to pause right here. Put the other hand on top. It's like you're making a little forearm sandwich here. And then when you get about halfway across, I just want your hands to flow apart and then flow back together again. And again, if you get your arms and legs confused, so what? Here we go. Yes. We are pulling energetic taffy between our palms. This movement is incredibly powerful. And actually, I have this weird condition in my hands. If they get cold, they go numb. And this movement has been proven repeatedly to really pump blood into the hands because it generates a lot of energy and a lot of heat. When my hands are completely numb, they're white. I look like a wax figurine, but when I do this, I pump so much blood into my hands that the fingers turn either red or even purple. It's amazing. You guys look fantastic. Let's do one more set. I totally lost track. I'm guessing we did about 9 sets of this with both hands. Float down to the soles of the feet. Feel yourself grounded and rooted for just a moment. And I bet when we go back to the regular pulling taffy gesture that has pauses, you're going to feel like you just informed that movement by doing it continuously. So let's play with that. Okay, here we go. I'm going to break it into little pieces, still kind of, sort of. And here goes that empty leg. And then we just stand up on the filling up leg and float down to rest for a moment. And then we go back the other way. Nice. You probably hear me breathing kind of heavily because I'm wearing this fancy dancy wireless mic. And I assure you that there is no specific breathing technique in this particular Tai Chi style. Just breathing is good. It doesn't really matter how you do it. But I often get into such a relaxed state of mind that I start to sigh when I do it. So forgive me if it's bothering you. It's been my experience that you can't be tense and sigh at the same time. So it's actually a good sign. I have this one student who's always really stressed out and racing around like crazy to get to class. And whenever she comes to class, she starts to yawn. And at first I used to take offense, but now I know it's just because she's very relaxed. That's a good thing. Let's do one more set. Nice. And back again. Soles of the feet. Feeling them touching the earth. I'm just going to turn sideways because guess what? We're going to do some more rocking motion. I love to begin and end my class that way. We're going to put all the weight into one leg. I'm going to put it in my right, but it doesn't really matter if you put it in your left. And then step out with my left leg a little bit. I'm going to turn my body a little bit so you can see me differently. The toes are straight again. And now I'm going to lengthen the knees in the back and put the hands back there and see, just see, if all of this flowing we've been doing has actually informed your rocking motion a little bit. It's funny because most people consider rocking motion sort of the warm-up movement for this particular Tai Chi style. But many people say that they think it's harder than the others. So I always wonder, why is it the first movement? There's one reason why I like to do it at the end too. Feeling the feet touching the floor. guess what? This is going to be our last one. So we're headed back the way we came, and floating down to the soles of the feet. Feel all that energy we just kicked up during the moving portions of Tai Chi. Like a big pot of soup, we were stirring it, stirring it, stirring it. And then now we simply lifted the spoon out. You can feel it swirling around still, but slowing down. Feel it slowing, slowing, slowing. And there you are, right in the soles of your feet. Let's end by doing a pose called Cosmic Consciousness. So we're just going to actually, the best way to do it is to lift your left ankle, which may look like the right on your film, and rotate it ever so slightly and place it lightly on your right. Lift the left heel, place it lightly on your right ankle. This is sort of like the Tai Chi Cha version of tree pose in yoga. And let the arms rise up. So it's as if your elbows, your wrists, your fingers, and your shoulders are all on one level. Just notice the sensations of your feet touching the ground. See if you notice all the energy that's literally all around us at all times. We just rarely take the time to see it or feel it. Although we're practically swimming through it. And notice yourself simply in the middle. An important conduit. And then float back down to the soles of your feet. And I am grateful beyond measure for your time and attention today.